What up? It's Frito on the radio. I am backstage at the Zoo Amphitheater, hanging out, getting ready for the 21 Pilots show tonight. And I've got the two guys that make up 21 Pilots, Josh and Tyler. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Is it hot enough for you out here?
If we could get a little bit hotter, it'd be perfect.
I always wonder why people would do tours in the middle of the summer, just because it's why, or at least outdoor shows. It's oh my gosh, it's so hot. But I guess up high you got a breeze, so it's not so bad, right?
It's better than outdoor shows in the winter, I think.
Well, that's true. It would be really cold in the winter, but at least in the winters you get the arena show, so you have the climate controlled, which is always nice, right?
Yeah. It's this one's kind of been half and half, indoor and outdoor. So it's cool to mix it up a little bit, so it's not the same thing every night. But sometimes it's hotter than others, which is fine.
Right. So Tyler, I know originally 21 Pilots did not have Josh in it. It was a couple other guys, and for whatever reason the band broke up. You guys ended up getting together. How did you kind of discover Josh? How did that kind of come together? And you went okay, this is how we need to form this band, and this is going to be, this is going to send 21 Pilots to the next level.
At a local level, Josh and I were playing music with other guys, but we met each other and we were friends first before we started playing music together. And we look back at that time and realized that was really important for us to establish kind of a respect for each other as people before diving into making music together. So we were friends for about a year before the idea of music even came up, and then everything just, I guess the stars aligned where people I was playing with, people he was playing with, it all kind of went different directions, and we were stuck there going, hey, it's just us two,
right.
Do we want to do this? And we were excited for the challenge, just two guys in a band. So it was a really fun time back when we first started. It was a lot of excitement. Not that there's not excitement now, but there was a lot of uncertainty too.
Right. And obviously, I mean, you were on board with it. He guys said, "Hey, come be a part of 21 Pilots," and you were cool with it, yeah. I mean, obviously you were because you're here.
Yeah. I remember quitting my job the day that he called me to fill in for a show, and I think that it wasn't something that I thought about before. I think it just kind of happened, and at that moment, I actually realized it was that was a cool enough. Even if it was just for that one day, it was cool enough for me to not have a job anymore. So, yeah. So it's been real cool ever since.
Nice. Paid off well. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the album and the song specifically "Stressed Out." You mentioned the name of the album is Blurryface, and you mentioned in the song "Stressed Out," I am Blurryface. What or who is Blurryface? Or can you talk about that? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, Blurryface. First off, it's the record. I do think it's cool that the song that kind of took off for us mentions the name of the record, because then it kind of gets people's interest,
right.
Check out the whole record, which is,
Sure.
The way that we always intended on it being listened to,
Yeah.
So, so the album's called Blurryface, and really it's this, it's not so much a, true to a concept record, but there's definitely a common theme running throughout, which is really trying to tackle insecurities as an individual, and this Blurryface character is kind of this guy that represents an insecurity that you're trying to overcome, trying to win. And music for me has always been something that I've been attracted to because it helps me, move forward. It helps me get over things. Helps me kind of cope. And so the record focuses on that and focuses on trying to overcome that character. So it kind of helped to create this guy. Put him across the table so I could look at him, and which really helped me understand who I was. Right. And so it helps. So
cool. And speaking of the song "Stressed Out," I need you guys to help me settle a bet with my dad, because my dad and I have had this argument over and over again about this song, and he swears that the line is the good dope days, and I'm like, it's the good old days. From the horse's mouth, from the guys that wrote the song, can you please tell me, is it good dope days or good old days?
We're always arguing about that too. So I guess it's whoever you like better. Yeah. You can go with that one.
Oh, okay.
No,
it's definitely not dope days. I don't know what dope days are.
I don't either. That's coming from a 60-year-old man, so I don't know. I was like, Dad, it's not dope days. I'm telling you, it's good old days. So
the dope days were the darker times in our lives, where we spent a lot of spent a lot of times in the back alley
Yeah.
trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, good. Well, I think we can answer that and put that to rest. It is the good old days. So, obviously, I know you guys got to get ready to go get on stage. There's tons of crazy fans. People have been lining up since like 7 o'clock this morning. What's like the craziest thing that a fan has done to like try to get your attention to show that you've seen? You're like, oh my God, what are they doing?
Man.
Our fans aren't crazy. They're just they're dedicated.
All right, that's
There
it's
is-
a very political answer.
There's a well, no. There's a line between. I think there's a line between passionate and crazy, and sometimes that line can seem blurred. But I think that people wonder which side of the line we're on sometimes, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I think when you get a group of people together that's super passionate about something and really cares about something, then really cool things can happen.
Right.
And I think people from the outside can look at that and either say they're crazy, or they can look at it and be like, I want to be in on that and I want to be a part of that too. And I think that we're proud of kind of sometimes hosting an environment that is inclusive of people that want to be a part of it as well. So I don't know. We just every day love to see people who are passionate about stuff.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for the time. Blurryface, the album, it is so good. I've just been listening to it on repeat, and I really love it. It's such a, if people haven't checked it out yet, it's such an interesting album. So many different kind of musical directions that you go in it. So I think there's something that everybody's going to find in there that they like. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. But, you know, obviously, if you're watching this, I'm sure you checked out Blurryface. But, guys, thank you so much for having this.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by.
Try to do the
Oh, he tried to slip in there. 21 Pilots, Josh and Tyler, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for listening to KJ103.